So how you feeling, Mum? You've had quite a rough few weeks.
This whole, hasn't been easy, that's for sure.
So tomorrow you've got the funeral that you're going down to Newcastle for?
Yeah. So it's second funeral in 2 weeks, and that's my cousin's funeral.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about going into that? Are you doing all right, or?
It's an interesting question, Hole, because I guess I've got a mixture of emotions. Like, I'm really, really sad. It was really sad that Wayne. I'm really sad that he's still quite a young man and he's died. But I guess I've had a chance to grieve for a little while because he had cancer, and we've known that he's been palliative for the last couple of months. So it's not unexpected. I know that it's going to be really, really sad tomorrow, because funerals, are like that, and they just impact on you big time. And so I know that tomorrow is going to be sad. It's going to be difficult, going to another funeral so soon after Peter's.
Yeah, definitely. So, although it's a terrible situation, you have managed to have your head around it a bit more, unlike with Peter's, because Peter's came so suddenly, didn't it?
Yeah. So it's a different, because Peter's death, as you know, was a suicide, and that's just such a totally different, so totally different that situation.
Yeah, you can definitely see when, you go from talking about Wayne to Peter, the difference when you still struggle to find words about how to cope with Peter.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Quite perceptive whole. A suicide makes the grief just so much more complicated, I think, and the reality is that, Pete has been a really big part of our lives. He and Wendy have been such a huge part of our lives, like right from when we were, teenagers together, all the way through. And we just, I love Wayne, and family is very important to me, as you know. But we've had a different kind of relationship with Wendy and Peter, and yeah.
So how's Wendy doing at the moment? Have you talked to her in recent days?
Yeah, she's she's kind of to be as expected, I guess. It's a tricky one with Wendy because as you know, she's very extroverted.
We all know that about Wendy.
She's most extroverted, of any of my friends. But there's also another side to Wendy that most people don't know.
Yeah, and what side's that one that you're talking about? The other side to Wendy?
Well, she's also the most private person of any of my friends. She's just very, very private. She she puts on this. She has that really extroverted persona, and that's the side that she wants everybody to see.
Yeah.
But in terms of really personal side to her stuff, like the relationship stuff and the stuff that really matters, she always has kept that quite hidden and to herself.
Yeah.
You only ever sort of see the side to Wendy. So now that she's in such a vulnerable position, she's really struggling to cope with that, and it makes it very difficult to support her.
So are you struggling to support her through this as well?
Yeah, I'm really trying my best to, with all that I know, I guess, professionally and personally about grief and loss. I'm trying to do it in the most respectful way I can, but I guess the other reality is that I'm grieving for Peter at the same time, so it makes it that much harder when you're emotionally invested in it as well, and I just feel so devastated for Wendy, and just trying to support her and be respectful. And
Yeah, so you're struggling with trying to balance your own grief and also be there for Wendy at the same time, just knowing, so she knows that you're there.
Yeah, and doing it in a way that, that's supportive of her.